Hey guys, welcome back to another Ashley and P Travels. Pete is traveling back there. Today we are in the Porsche Museum in Stuttgart, Germany. So we're gonna go check out some cars. Welcome old friends, hello new friends. Let's go on another car adventure together. Ferdinand Porsche. Porsche. Is it Porsche or Porsche? I don't know what it is. It looks pretty good. This looks like an engine from 1912. Here is a regular car with hoses and valves, also known as a fire truck. Is it a fire truck? This is a Porsche from 1939 concept, it looks like. The Type 64. Kind of like the body types of Porsches today, but just older. I mean, for being a concept from very long ago, it's pretty standard with how Porsche looks today. And that is Ferdinand and his son Ferry, who actually lived to be pretty old, about 90. Do you think they sell it in the gift shop? All right, Peter, what are we looking at here?
4-cylinder engine, Boxer. It was the first engine for the Volkswagen.
And who has a Volkswagen?
No, I do.
This is the area that Peter most wanted to come to, because a Porsche is just a fancy what?
Volkswagen.
And here is the history of the Volkswagen. It's the history of the Volkswagen over here.
Yes.
This is from 1947. This is actually the very first Porsche. This is Porsche 356, number 1. This is it right here. And here is the number 1 Roadster from 1948. Those are bricks from the very first Porsche factory. And now there's some Porsches from the 1950s. Let's check them out. That one's neat. I like the color. That is from 1955. This kind of looks like a thing, but it is indeed a Porsche. And there's a Porsche lawnmower. This is a really neat museum. So with this one, we kind of come to the end of the 1950s, and we're almost going to be into the 1960s. Now these race cars are from the late 60s, even though they might look more modern than that, from the late 60s. Peter will like this. It's a police car. He's taking his time. I like to just get to it and get going. He's all the way in the back. More race cars. That is beautiful. That is from 1971. This one here is from 1972. The colors on it are amazing. Look at that. Now as we keep going, we're up to 1973. That one is really old. This one is upside down. It's from 1982. That's crazy. Here is the Martini car from 1977. And let's see what this one is. This is 1978 Safari Martini. And now we made it to the 1980s. This is going to be the last 1970 something, I think, 76. And then we head into the 1980s. Porsche in the 1980s. Trial car? I don't know. I guess this is like a Trial Versucht Fahrzeug, which means like trial. So that is like a trial car. Oh my goodness, this is a McLaren from 1986. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That one goes I don't even know how fast it goes. It doesn't say, but oh, 350 kilometers an hour. I don't know what that is in miles per hour, but I'm assuming it's fast. Oh, this one's pink. Then we come into the 1990s. Here's a 911. They're getting more and more kind of what we see today. 92. And this is a 92. And that's a Mercedes. But it's in the Porsche Museum, which is weird because there is a Mercedes museum here as well. And Porsche has won over 30,000 motorsport victories. These are just some of the trophies. That's pretty cool. We saw this kind of vehicle in the Polizei Museum in Marburg, but this is a Porsche version of the same kind of color scheme with the green and white. Oh my goodness. So this is from 97. Over here is from 1998. I really do like the way that this is laid out, that you kind of follow, you literally walk up the history of Porsche, and it brings you all the way from the 1930s when it first started, right up until modern day. So we're heading that way now. We just keep on going down. And Peter is all the way back there. I've kind of abandoned him to get the footage for you guys. So starting with the 2000s, this is really neat. They chopped it up so you can see inside. This is a 911 Turbo from 2000. And Disney fans will recognize this one. This was the actual car that they used to model for Sally Carrera from Cars in 2002. That's Sally. So we keep going. These are more modern race cars, and you can see they have been used. This is from 2015. Oh, wow. That is the inside of a Porsche Cayenne. Wow. That's awesome. But anyway, we're gonna keep on going. These are all modern. 2018. And as we come to the top, we're up to modern, pretty much modern here. Some of them up here from the late 90s, but that's 2008. Right there. And 2013 we just passed. And this one is 2015. And the final area is 2010 and beyond. There's so many vehicles in this building, and it's absolutely beautiful. Like, you literally walk up the history and follow it as it goes along. And it just ramps, and it leads you to modern times up here. And another overhead shot of the whole museum. It's beautiful. Now that I filmed all the cars that I could, we're gonna go back and try to find Peter. All right, Peter, start the engine. How fast you going?
Doesn't go that fast.